Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good day. If you're not tuning in the morning, my name is John Bose, and this morning I want to talk about time, money, the interplay between time and money, and I also want to talk about the law of leverage or the principle of leverage. You would have to forgive me. This is not a scripted conversation. However, this is a very important conversation that I believe if you haven't come across before will probably change the way you think about a lot of things. So let's not beat around the bush too much. Let's just go right in. And I'll be starting by telling you what time is. Now, what is time, ladies and gentlemen? Time is fixed, time is limited, and time is available to each and every one of us in the same amount. Time is conceptualized in that song we learned while we were in nursery school saying 60 seconds make 1 minute, 60 minutes make 1 hour, 24 hours make 1 day, 7 days make 1 week. We all have the same amount of time. We all get 60 seconds every minute, 60 minutes every hour, 24 hours every day, and 7 days every week. It goes on and on like that. But then time is also not available in the same quantity, in the same total quantity to each and every one of us. Some of us live a long life and die at a very old age. Some of us don't. So amount of time we get to spend here on earth it varies. That's why we talk about things like life expectancy and untimely death and so on. But ladies and gentlemen, the idea is that we all get a fixed amount of time every day. Each of us get 24 hours, no more, no less. Be you black, white, be you Hispanic, you all get 24 hours every day. So time is very fixed. Money, on the other hand, is variable. Money can be seen as a means of exchange. Money can be seen as a representation of value. Money can be seen as a reward. Some people think money is the root of evil. Some say it answers all things. But then, what is money? For the purpose of this conversation, I would say money is a means of exchange, a representation of value, and a reward for providing a product to a market or a service to a market that is in demand of that particular service. Now, I've talked about time, I've talked about money. I want to now point out the difference between time and money. And while doing that, I want to tell you which of these two resources is more valuable. Time versus money, which is more valuable? This will also lead to my next conversation on the principle of leverage. So, between time and money, which is more valuable? I want to start by telling you that with more time, you can make more money, but with more money, you cannot buy more time. And from that, you can already see that by the very nature of these two resources, one being unlimited money and the other being limited time, it tells you the market value. A product that is scarce and limited is obviously more valuable than a product that is freely available. Why is that the case? Every day you get 24 hours. The rich man also gets 24 hours, but the 24 hours of the rich man may fetch him $10 million in that day, while someone else makes less than $100 in that same day. So you can see that they have the same amount of time, but they don't earn the same amount of money. So the value goes to the product between time and money. Now, the value goes to the product that is limited in supply, and that is time. You only get a limited amount of time. So time becomes more valuable than money. That is why people who understand are ready to pay other people to trade in their time in exchange for money. Why will a rich man pay 100 employees to contribute the 24 hours of their own day into the development of his business, and then the rich man goes on vacation to Dubai? Why? If if money is more important than time, why is the rich man willing to pay money to other people to trade their time to him, and so that he keeps his own time and uses theirs? Why doesn't the rich man just do it himself? Since if time is, more, if money is more valuable than time. So looking at this already tells you that value is more heavier on the side of time than on the side of money. Time is more valuable than money. So, ladies and gentlemen, you may disagree, but if you do disagree, you can do your own video podcast or audio podcast to refute what I have stated. Well, since this is my channel and this is my opinion, I'm telling you time is more valuable than money. So this brings me to my next conversation, which is the conversation on the principle of leverage. Leverage is something that allows you to take more of what you need from others who have it to give. Let me say that again. Leverage is what allows you to take more of what you need from others who have it to give. Leverage happens everywhere. People leverage different resources. People leverage time. People leverage money. People leverage skills. People leverage networks, contacts, many different things you can leverage. Let me give you an example. Uber is leveraging people's vehicles and their skills. So if you have a vehicle, you can register the vehicle to drive on Uber. If you are a driver, you have the skills of driving, you can register to work as a driver with Uber. Different things, but Uber itself has no vehicle of their own, but they leverage the people who have vehicles that are available to use on the Uber platform. That is leverage. They leverage people who are free and would like to drive because they know how to drive and they would like to contribute that skill to make some money for themselves. So Uber is ready to connect them to people who need that skill and need that vehicle to get from one place to another and pay them money for it. Uber is also ready to pay them for their time, because while they are driving those customers, they are going to be sitting behind the steering wheels, using the skills of driving to get those customers from one point to another. So Uber is leveraging the skills and the time of the driver. Uber is also leveraging the vehicle of the owners of those vehicles that register them on the platform. And Uber is connecting the passengers to the service of transportation and leveraging that passenger's feedback as advertisement to other potential passengers who will also come on the Uber platform based on the testimony of the happy customers that have patronized their platform. So you can see how leverage is at play on that Uber platform. Another place you see leverage at play is when a company wants to start business operation and they do not have the entire capital requirement. They leverage by raising funds through either selling their shares, and then people buy these shares as a way for them to generate capital. The company sells these shares, get capital, use that capital to develop their business further, become more profitable so that the shareholders can even enjoy good dividends on their investment. Leverage is at play. Leverage is seen from this algebraic equation that many of us did in secondary school, where they would say, if it takes one man 10 hours to clear a field, how long will it take two men? and then you begin to divide the amount of time it will take one man by 2 men, and you see that 2 men will do the same job in 5 hours. Then you increase the number of effort by maybe saying 3 men or 4 men, divide it again by the number of time it would have cost one man, and you see that you are reducing the time even further. So leveraging other people's skills, other people's time, other people's money is a way to achieve results faster. Now, whether you know it or not, your own time is being leveraged if you have a job. Somebody is paying you salary. That person is ready to pay you for your time so that you can work in his or her own company. Whether you are working in the private or the public sector, somebody is paying you for your time. So your time and your skills are being leveraged by someone else. And that someone else leveraging your time is doing so because he wants to keep his own time, or he wants to make more money through leveraging your own time. And one thing they do is that when they pay you for your time, they only pay you enough for you to be sufficient for that month, well taken care of. Sometimes even not well taken care of in most cases, but enough for you to be okay so that the following month you come back and work again. Because if they pay you enough for you to be sufficient and retire, you probably will not come back to work the following month. So they do not pay you your worth. They pay you just enough to keep you coming back for more. This is something you must know. Those who want to leverage your time and your skills are not going to pay you your value. They are going to pay you far less than your market value. And your market value, who determines your market value? Your market value is determined by your employer, who in most cases will pay you less than you deserve, because they know if they pay you what you deserve, they themselves will go bankrupt. How do they get money from your services if they pay you exactly what you generate? You can see this very well in those places where your work is actually being calculated in maybe in terms of sales. Maybe when you make a particular amount of sales volume in a month, you definitely will not be paid exactly how much you generated for the company. It can't be done, otherwise they will go bankrupt. So they can never pay you your worth. They only pay you less than you deserve. Which is why you too should be looking for ways to leverage other people's time, other people's skills, other people's networks in ways that will be profitable for you, so that someday you can also retire from that job and get to keep your time, because you know now that time is more valuable than money. One way you can do this is you can look for good platform to affiliate yourself with and grow a sales team. And when you do, when you are earning an income from the volume of sales in your team, you discover that you are leveraging other people's time as well, and their networks, because you bring somebody into a sales team and the person brought someone else who they know, but you never knew this person. So you brought A and A brought B and C. Now you are earning an income from B and C as well as A, but you yourself only knew A, and it was only A you brought. So you can see how leverage begins to help you expand your cycle. So you are leveraging other people's networks, other people's skills, other people's time, and you are making a decent income for yourself. One way you can understand this is, if you want to get 100% of your own effort, you will only be getting too much less than if you decide to get 1% from 100 people's effort. You'll be getting so much more when you are taking 1% from 100 people than when you are taking 100% from yourself. So when you get that picture, you understand what it means to leverage. Ladies and gentlemen, now that you understand time, you understand money, you understand the interplay between time and money, and you understand the principle of leverage, I just want to wrap up by telling you about a company currently leveraging other people's money in order to develop their transport technology. This company is called USky Transport, otherwise known as Skyway String Transport Technology. They have developed a system of elevated string transportation, which is safer, cheaper, faster, and more environmental friendly than every existing mode of transport before it. If you would like to learn how you can get involved with this company by contributing to their development in exchange for receiving shares in your ownership. Pre-IPO, heavily discounted shares in your ownership and becoming a co-owner of this company, entitled to receiving dividends from the profit from commercial implementation of their projects across the globe. I would like you to just look at the link in the description if you are watching this on my YouTube channel, or click on the link seen at the bottom of the image if you are watching this on my podcast on SoundCloud. You would see an image and there's a link at the bottom of that image. I want you to go to that link and you will get more information about this amazing life-changing project. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope I'll be speaking with you soon concerning your interest in the U-Sky Transport and getting you on board as an affiliate partner to also leverage the opportunity to earn an income from inviting or attracting investors to this particular opportunity. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Bose John. It's been a pleasure doing this podcast and this video for you. And I hope that it has helped you in one way or the other to appreciate where you are in the time and money spectrum and to position yourself at a place where you can leverage properly and get to keep more of your own resources. Thank you very much.